Hi folks, this is Kirk Smith, the Illinois Christian Educators. Welcome to I.C.H.E.'s Take 5. There are some great chapters in the Word of God, and one of our favorites is John 15. As a matter of fact, our family's been reading through John throughout January, as well as our church has been talking about John as well. And I just want to read the first two verses. Here John writes, "I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine dresser. Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he takes away, and every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes, that it may bear more fruit." For those of you who are watching this video, I believe you are the folks that are producing fruit already. It's not a matter about God taking something away because you're not producing fruit, but rather he wants to increase more fruit. My grandfather-in-law was a tremendous gardener, and one time his sister-in-law related a story to us. And she had tomato plants growing that hadn't been producing very much. And so my grandfather-in-law, named Tuffy, went in there and just started pulling off buds and pulling off branches. And his sister-in-law said, "Tuffy, you're going to kill these things." And he just said, "You wait and see." And his sister-in-law later told us that it was the biggest and best tomatoes she had ever had. Pruning is not easy. And I like to break down pruning into two manifestations. We'll do one this week and then one next week, Lord willing. The first type of manifestation that God prunes us with is on the externals. Now, we always want to have it all. We want to do it all. I have shared with my kids several times that I wish someone would have told me 20 years ago, you really can't have it all. We have a great place out here in the country. We enjoy it tremendously, but it's a lot of work. And sometimes I see folks who have Saturday evenings or Saturday days free to do what they want to do, and we're having to chop wood or cut grass or fix pins, whatever it might be. And I've realized that we can't have it all. And what's true in the secular ideas is also true in homeschooling. Moms, you just can't do it all. And so you need to decide what's most important for your homeschooling experience along with your husbands. There are a lot of great cooperative activities out there, but I've been to numerous first night meetings of support groups who have cooperative activities. And the leaders always say, don't try to do all these activities. If you do, you'll get burned out. And so many folks, especially newbies, want to have this great experience of their homeschooling and do all these things, and it leads to burnout and frustration for the parent as well as the child. So remember, we can't have it all. Pruning is a great act of faith because it makes no sense. How can having less actually produce more? Well, in God's economy, it can. And so as we are headlong into this year now, turn the curve in the year 2017, I want to encourage you to let God prune your homeschooling experience. What things really aren't necessary? And folks, it's not a matter of good versus bad. It's good versus best. You need to remember that. So what can God prune away that's really not necessary? And that can be in your homeschool experience. We used to have church activities almost every night, and we had to prune those things out. Good things, honorable things, but they didn't help us fulfill the fruit bearing that God wanted us to fulfill. And so I encourage you this week, think about the externals in your life. Think about the externals in your homeschooling experience. What things are truly God ordained? What things bring benefit to your family and produce fruit for the kingdom? And what things are good things, but maybe detract from the best things? Next week, we'll look at how we can let God prune us from the inside as well. This is Kirk Smith with I.C.H.E.'s Take 5.